Control of records. Objective: to ensure that records are properly created, maintained, and controlled so they provide reliable evidence of compliance with requirements, effective operation of the QMS, and conformity of medical devices to regulatory and customer requirements. Good documentation practices, or short GDP. Records must be written in permanent ink. Use of pencil, erasable ink, or whiteout is not permitted. If a correction is required, draw a single line through the error, write the correct entry, and initial and date the change. Blank spaces must be crossed out or marked as NA to prevent later additions. Each entry must be attributable to the person making it. Only the originator of the record may make corrections. If the originator is no longer available, for example, has left the organization, the correction may be made by the process owner or designated quality representative, provided that 1. The correction is clearly explained in the record, for example, footnote or comment. 2. The correction is initialed, dated, and signed by the person making it. 3. The reason for the correction is documented to maintain full traceability. Record: identification and storage. Each record must identify process, product, date, and the responsible person. Records shall be stored in designated electronic systems or controlled filing areas, protection and retrieval. Records must be protected from damage, loss, or unauthorized access. Records must be readily retrievable for audits, inspections, and reviews. Record retention. Record retention can get very difficult since every customer, every device, and every record related to the device has different record retention requirements. To best navigate all requirements, a record retention schedule is created. The record retention schedule considers the following items. 1. Our standard record retention guideline of 10 years. 2. The requirement that records shall be retained for at least the regulatory period, minimum 2 years past device lifetime, unless otherwise required. This is a tricky one since we do not know how long a medical device's lifetime is, especially if it is an implantable device. The record retention schedule includes the location of the record, the record retention time, disposition authority and the disposition method. The record retention schedule is established in the LS 5.2-004 record matrix. Record disposition. Records past the retention date may be disposed of with Document Control Center (DCE) approval. Disposal must be secure, for example, shredding for paper, permanent deletion for electronic files. The record retention, location, and disposition requirements are established in the LS 5.2-004 record matrix. Record disposition. When records are approved for destruction, only an authorized shredder or approved shredding service may be used. For electronic records that have exceeded their retention period, only the approved IT department is authorized to permanently delete the files. All disposition activities must be documented and retained by the Document Control Center, DCC. 21 CFR Part 820. Let's take a minute and look at the FDA requirements regarding medical device records. The FDA has 4 distinct record requirements. A. 21 CFR Section 820.180. General requirements. B. 21 CFR Section 820.181. Device Master Record, DMR. C. 21 CFR Section 820.184. Device History Record, DHR. D. 21 CFR Section 820.186. Quality System Record, QSR. Let's take a deep dive into the DMR and DHR records, 2 record requirements that we have to get very familiar with. The 21 CFR Section 820.181 Device Master Record, DMR, and the 21 CFR Section 820.184 Device History Record, DHR. First, the Device Master Record, or DMR. A DMR, Device Master Record, is the recipe for making a medical device. It tells what to use, materials and specs, how to build it, process steps, how to test it, quality checks, and how to package, label it so every device is made the same way. In short, DMR are the instructions to make the device. Required contents of a DMR. 1. Device specifications, drawings, compositions, formulation, components, materials, software specs. 2. Production process specifications, step-by-step manufacturing methods, equipment, environmental conditions, and work instructions. 3. Quality assurance procedures and specifications, inspections, tests, acceptance criteria. 4. Packaging and labeling specifications, approved labels, instructions for use, and packaging methods. 5. Installation, maintenance, and servicing procedures, if applicable. In simple words, a DMR is the complete instruction manual for making a device. What to use, how to build it, how to test it, and how to package, label it. And here is the Device History Record, or short DHR. A DHR, Device History Record, is the proof that a medical device was made and tested correctly. It shows which batch or unit was built, all required steps were followed, the inspections and test results, and who did the work and when. In short, the DHR is the production record for each device. What must be included in a DHR package? Required DHR records. 1. Dates of manufacture, when the device was built. 2. Quantity manufactured, how many units were made. 3. Quantity released for distribution, how many units were approved/shipped. 4. Acceptance records, inspection and test results showing the device met specifications. 5. Labels used, copies or records of labels applied, including unique device identifiers if required. 6. Primary identification, traceability of the device, lot number, job number, batch number, or serial number. In short, a DHR must prove that each device was made as per the Device Master Record, DMR, and that it passed all required checks before being released. Training recap. Key FDA regulation. 21 CFR Part 820 governs how records must be controlled in the medical device field. Device History Record, DHR. The production record for each device must show dates, quantities made, released, inspection/test results, labels, and identification. lot and serial numbers. Device Master Record, DMR. The recipe and instructions for making a device must include specifications, process steps, quality checks, labeling, packaging, and servicing instructions. In simple terms, DMR, how to make the device. DHR, proof it was made correctly. Remember, good documentation practices, GDP, ensure records are clear, accurate, traceable, and compliant.